Hey everyone, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. So, I want to talk to you about this power pack behind me and why this has been a game changer in my business. So you can probably see you're wondering why has he got an orange hat on and what's this funky building behind him? I'm actually in a deer blind. I was very fortunate I got to go hunting this year. Spent many years not going hunting, so I'm really blessed that I get to go. So I'm not going to be too loud, so that's why I'm kind of talking into the mic. So I just pulled the plug. I told the wife to actually order another one of these. Um, I got this one back in the day for like 200 bucks. I got the whole unit. And then these batteries, they've gone up in price, but they used to be about 200 bucks a piece. You know, you can count how many's across there for. And I built it over the years, but I kind of wanted your guys' opinion. This is a little bit of a review on this, obviously, but this is to talk more about in the garage door industry. So if you're coming for this review just solely on this, and this guy talks too much, well, then you need to turn off right now. But I want to tell you what I like and dislike about this thing. This thing, besides the moisture, like if you're doing power washing or something, I'd say I wouldn't use this. You know, and I mean, like when I did it, I left it in a pretty light sprinkle. It might have been a little heavier than I thought, but it got wet and it malfunctioned. I brung it back to life. So I actually still have one battery that I bought. I made a video back about how not to do what I did, which is, I stuck it in the oven basically, and I dried it out and got it to work. I was bummed because I was figured, it's whatever, 12, 15, $2,000, whatever it comes up to. A lot of money for me just to be stupid and left it outside. But with this thing, like right now, so I brung it up here. I wanted to test it out in the deer blind. We got down about 28 degrees or so. And sometimes lithium batteries have trouble staying charged. This thing's done really good. Now, mind you, and I'm going to get to why I'm going to buy another one. This is what triggered me. So my little bit of research on these things is that on the Milwaukee, right? I'm kind of a big Milwaukee guy, I'm not. I don't care what you got. I go with whatever works. Whatever works for you. The only reason I went to Milwaukee is because it was a different color than the rest of the guys. So that way we're on job sites, our tools aren't getting all mixed. Because I used to buy all the same tools, and then I used to paint them and mark them and everything. But it just got to be such a headache. And then guys would just go grab power tools at the job when you'd all huddle up, and you're missing batteries. And then I'd go up, 2 hours away to do a job, and it's like I'm missing my batteries, and I'm trying to find where it went. Did the customer? Did I leave it at the customer? Did I lose it? Did one of the guys take it? So anyways, I wanted to go with Milwaukee because I thought, well, I'm Milwaukee, I'll go with Milwaukee. But when I was doing my research, for instance, up here, let me reach over and grab this. The Milwaukee has something with a voltmeter on it that it sounds like it cuts off. Now, if you guys have one, please comment below if you got one. If I'm correct with this. This unit right here, if I leave it on, it'll just stay on until it dies. I could just leave it turned on, and you can hear just a very, like even being out here hunting, I can barely hear it. But when I turned it on, I could hear just a slight, almost a little bit of electricity sound, you know what I mean? But nothing major, nothing that's going to scare the deer or anything away. But if you're trying to charge something that takes very little voltage, like let's say a phone charger, right? I wanted to have it out here in case I wanted to do a video for you guys, or I wanted to, look online for anything, or just take pictures, whatever, I wanted to have power out here because I don't know, a quarter of a mile, half a mile away from the trailer that's got power. So I got power out here in my deer blind, which is really awesome. First time I ever had it. So I'm going to buy another one of these. My guy, actually, he messaged me yesterday, runs my shop, and he said, hey, can you bring that thing in? Everybody loves this thing. They love it. They love it. And I sound like Donald Trump, right? They love it. They love me. We'll build back better. Anyways. But anyways, he said, hey, can you bring that thing in? And I'm like, sorry. I kind of took it with me because I don't like getting rid of the thing. I really like having it because another thing I found out was really helpful with this thing is if you know anything about motors, because we do, me and you, we do garage door stuff, right? Or gates or whatever. There's these motors, right? Motors have a capacitor, and if you don't, I guess I'll explain the short version. A capacitor stores energy, so when your motor starts up, it surges that electricity into it, get that motor up to speed, right? What I found with this thing is it works like a capacitor, and like I got a little shop back at home, and I can't even use my generator. It's a cheaper generator, but it's similar to a Honda. Even the Honda struggles with these, but it'll bog down even when I turn it off eco mode to keep the revs up, and it will bog down, and then it'll either cut itself off. So what I have to do with the vacuum is I actually literally have to click it on, click it off, click it on, click it off, and get it to speed up the motor, and then it'll be fine. Then it'll run it. This thing doesn't have that problem. It doesn't take that big surge. So I had somebody ask me a while back, well, you should test this thing. Well, I did a little bit. I put it on an air conditioner, window unit at home, and it lasted about 45 minutes with it running. It's not too bad for a power pack. So it lasted 45 minutes with that air conditioner with a compressor on the whole time, and it running and blowing air, cold air out, and it worked just fine. It worked flawless. When I hooked my generator up to it, you'd always hear the generator really bog down hard and then try to rev back up, and I think that's really hard on things. I haven't found anything that this thing can't do in my garage door business or like personal. So like air compressors, little pancake air compressors are super hard on generators. Like most generators can't do it. This thing didn't even flinch. So I mean, I'm not saying like it's going to power your whole house. What I'm saying is what the voltage is with the capacitor, which is these batteries. Ooh. Can't move my hand the right way. The capacitor of it, it just has that surge automatically. And what we like about it is like when I went to a job not too long ago and I was doing a garage door opener, we ended up, I just hung it up in the ceiling. And you don't have the gas, you don't have the oil. I could tip it, I could flip it. I got it to sit in the beams. It's a game changer, I'm telling you. It's really awesome. So I'm going to actually buy another one because I did my research. There's a couple other, it's almost like a Ryobi one, it looks like. I don't think it's actually Ryobi, but it's a green one. But this one, just with the handles on it and the robust of it, it's like I haven't broke it, and I'm pretty hard on things. You can see it's pretty grungy. And the fact that you can charge with it, and I don't know why Milwaukee doesn't even come out with one similar to this where they can put your batteries in it like this, because I like the concept that the guy that runs my shop, he uses Dewalt. So if he was on a job right now, he could actually take one of these batteries off, and if he was doing a big commercial job, he could take the batteries off and use it on his own gun. Where the Milwaukee, from what I can tell, this got its own power pack. It's a battery that does you no good for really anything else. Maybe they make them universal for some other stuff, but it's so expensive too. I think I was looking at like $2,800 for that Milwaukee just with some batteries online, and I'm gonna probably have. I figured out this is half the price, so I think I'm at like $1,500 with all the batteries and stuff. But if you're looking for something, so like with Genie openers, this is just I haven't proven this yet, but I've noticed it seems like when they tell you on all this stuff, LiftMaster, Genie, they always tell you not to program them off a generator. And I don't know if some of the theories is because the waves that generators emit, because I can tell you some generators, they're not all created equal. You always want to get, if you're going to get a generator, it's got to be an inverter. It's got to say inverter. And just spend the money and get a Honda. You'll never regret it. They're good machines. But we've seen like when we were using the generator, at least with the Genies, if you guys know this or something, anything that you think I'm onto something here, let me know. But with the Genies, we found out that it's like they wouldn't keep their memory. But if we use this, I've set, I don't know, over my hands, so 12, 13 of them. And when I went back, they kept the limits because they're like a digital versus LiftMaster. So I don't know if that has something to play with it. It's because this is more synced and pure, and when it jolts, it doesn't mess with the brain, basically the circuit board. So, anyways, I'll leave you guys with that. I just wanted to let you know I've been very happy with this DeWalt. Besides the fact that I left in the rain, it was my fault. It shorted out. I had a video on that a while back. You can always go dig through the archives and find it. But I wanted to at least let you know that if you're kind of on the fence, or if you do have a Milwaukee, let me know what you think about the Milwaukee or the pros and cons, because I heard after an hour that thing shuts off, and that concerns me, because if I'm trying to power something small, you know, and then you get back in the morning. I mean, I've had this thing left in the van, which was a downside. I go in the van and I'm like, what is beeping? I can hear something beeping. Well, it's this thing telling me it's out of juice now. But I still would rather just have the power. I like the stuff that's on and off. You know what I mean? Like a switch. I don't like stuff trying to be smarter than me. When I tell you to be on, it's my, and then it's my fault. You know what I mean? Versus, oh, you know, I wasn't pulling enough electricity off it. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'd like to know. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, I'm cutting in for a second because we are gonna see who the true patriots are that watch the videos to the end. So I kind of foobarred this a little bit. Thought I had the wife ordering that Dewalt, back ordered. Now I could have went scouting, probably found it. Stopped into my local Milwaukee guy, and I was asking him about the power pack because I was just curious. I was like, I know they're like $2,500. They're expensive. I still was just like bummed that Milwaukee hasn't come out with it. And guess what he says? I seen it sitting there, and he goes, "Well, I got this." It takes 4 batteries. Milwaukee, 12 amp. Well, somewhere in there. You can probably put smaller, but I always just go with the big dogs. So I guess they came out with one. Like literally brand new. He said, that's why I haven't seen it. They just came out. So we're going to give this a try, and I'll let you know how it does compared to DeWalt. DeWalt's been really good to me. But comment below if you made it to the end and say, I like your Milwaukee. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, I'm out. I got to keep working. I'm busy. Talk to you later. Have a great night, day, evening, not night, midnight. I don't know. See ya.